Inside the Barriers, brought to you by BetDeluxe. Serious betting for serious punters.
G'day and a big welcome to BetDeluxe. We're inside the barriers and this is day number 3 of the championships up there in Sydney. The rain has continued to fall, but they've raced, and that's the most important thing. And I've got to say, having been up there for the Cup last week and the week before, the magnificent day of the Doncaster and the Derby, they've done a fantastic job to continue to race, and it was elite racing. Talking about elite, here he is, Paul Sebastiani. Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you too, BM. Looking forward to this final day of the championships.
Yes.
And a juicy little card at Caulfield, which I'm intrigued in. A couple of best bets down there as well, but we'll get stuck into the all age, shall we? It's the punter's pick. Again, no one can win this darn thing, BM.
$500 down there.
No one can win it. Hopefully someone can pick it in the all-age stakes, which looks a cracker of a field at the moment. Pretty much $4.80 equal favourites here with Forbidden Love and Moonga. In the Congo at $5, he's been the subject of a little bit of early each-way support. Yeah. Tofane, the old mare, going around at $8.50. I think that's going to be her sayonara by the sounds of it. And Cascadian, the old boy, Lord Voldemort, he whose name shall not be named, at $12. I'm going to be within the Congo. Like that's run second up over 1,200 metres, getting onto that heavy track again. It's going to go to the front, I think, and control the speed. Tim Clark in the saddle. At $5 the win, at $2 a place. I like the back up as well, up to 1,400. Love Gay up in distance as well. And I think he's going to, as I said, I think he's going to control the race from the front and be very, very hard to beat. Interesting
race when you look at the Doncaster Mile, and we saw Mr. Brightside come out of the pack and get them very late for the Hayes boys and get that magnificent win on one of the great races on the program, the Doncaster Mile. Their grandfather, Colin Hayes, their dad, David Hayes, couldn't win it, but these boys did.
Third time lucky.
Pardon?
Third time lucky.
Yeah, Ben and JD, and I was up there too, mate, and the euphoria around these guys when they won, and the owners, a lot of them from Melbourne, it was just absolute bliss to watch it. It was just one of those great moments of racing, and Craig Williams. So those horses that were racing up on the speed, Forbidden Love, of course, case in point, did they have a tough run?
I think so, and I don't think Forbidden Love is going to get it as tough as it was in the Doncaster. It was a real high-pressure mile race.
And the 16 was the trip down in the weight.
I think so, yeah, down in the weight. Look, I don't think the wide barrier is going to be too much of an issue because, as we've seen in Randwick over the last few weeks, as the races go on, they're just coming off the fence.
Exactly.
Because of the terrible weather and the way that the track's played. And we saw what Nash did on Think It Over, getting towards that outside. We might see a little bit of that, I think, on the weekend.
I think so, but it was interesting to watch that race, and when that happened, I thought to myself, well, I can't remember the last time someone actually took the punt on the turn and speared out to that ground. And talking to Nash later and listening to the interviews, he said, well, when you think about it, the barriers quite often are taken down the outside rail, and the ambulance might sort of come down the outside rail following the field. So a lot of that ground has been padded down and all untouched, virgin ground. And that's won the race for him, although he paid a hefty price, $40,000 in 2 weeks for excessive use of the whip. And that's a bit of a conundrum too. They know the rules. The stewards are only, implementing the rules, and it's. I don't know where this all goes. I really don't.
Yeah, I think someone's going to eventually have their race taken off them.
Well,
I think that's what's going to eventually happen.
What grounds have the Zaki people had?
Exactly.
They probably had great grounds to say, well, hang on, he broke the rules. We should get the race.
Do you think it might just be now a little bit of an unwritten rule in racing where connections
you
are
can't take a race off them?
Yeah, I think, and especially at that level too, it's going to take a lot to reverse a race. But here we go. From a punter's pick perspective, BM, I've gone, look, A from B from C here. In the Congo, from Moonga, from Forbidden Love. 14, 1 and 8. Those are my picks for the punter's pick. BM, you got something similar?
Yeah, pretty well. I'm 8, 14 and 1. I'm Forbidden Love. Back to the 14 really appeals, and she, without any doubt, is one of the best wet trackers in the land, and I'd say she's going to be well placed here. In the Congo, is always going to be up front and be the one they've got to run down. And Moonga, we know, is very, very capable, and Annabelle Neesham can get them to grand final the right day. So I'm 8, 14, 1, so very similar.
Yep, very good race, this all-age stakes. Looking forward to getting stuck into it.
Yeah, great race. Okay, what about the Champagne Stakes? We see this filly, Fireburn. She's won the 2 legs, the slipper, the sire's produce. Last one to do it was back in the later 90s, a very good filly called Burst, won the Triple Crown. It's a big essay, but she was just magnificent the other day again. There's no stopping this.
No. And what I love about her is that she has the ability to be able to handle high-pressure races.
Exactly.
So she runs on.
And sprint.
And sprint as well, which is, you look at how small this field is. Look, Fireburn, she's the $1.50 elect, deservedly so. She's extreme 370. Again, the naught on the roulette wheel is probably Williamsburg.
Yeah.
Brings a different form line into this race, handles heavy tracks. Has got a picket fence and wins up as well. It's an $8.50 elect. Let's roll the dice. Backed it each way last start. Probably just a rung below those gun Group 1 horses. And count the headlights at $26. But look, Fireburn on top, but it's not really going to be a bet for me, BM.
You're not going to get rich there, but she keeps beating the boys, and I can't see any real new player that's going to upset her.
No, not at all. Maybe you might want to take her in if you're that way inclined. Maybe multiples.
Yeah,
something like that.
Trick start. What is she? $1 what?
$1.50 at the moment. So deserve a favourite.
Kick start to wherever you want to go.
Something. The next race is one I'm really intrigued in. This is race 7 at Randwick, the JRA Plate.
Yes.
Now, Ice Bath is the favourite at $4.40, and she rarely runs a bad race, but she's just sort of struggling to win at the moment, get past horses. Loved her run in the Doncaster. I made her my value in the Doncaster. She ran third. Polly Gray at $4.80 here. Maximal one to keep an eye on at $6.50. Harmony Rose at $6.50. The one I want to be with, though, is a horse called Marroni. Marroni. I think the dam of this horse is an Italian dam. And D-Lane takes...
Got any mail?
Might have to ask.
What are they saying?
I'll give a call up. I'll give a call up to the family overseas, BM. It's an $8 elect at the moment, and I liked the run last up purely because I think it was a good conditioning run. It was 1,500 up to 2,000. Handles a wet track and gets the man of the moment, Damien Lane. And we know how good he is at swinging off these horses midfield, timing his run. And look, at $8 the win and around about $2.50, $2.70 the place, I think it's a good each-way bet in race 7 at Randwick. Marroni for Murray Baker and Andrew Forsman.
Yeah, well, Murray actually, his licence, I think, expires at the end of April.
Right.
Like he's retiring.
Yep.
He said, no, it's time for me to go, and Andrew Forsman takes over the stable. Murray, like the derbies, he's won in Sydney, in Melbourne, in New Zealand. He is a great trainer, and they bring them here at the right time. And D-Lane, you can take him anywhere in the world.
Correct.
There must be something about the name Damien.
Yeah. he's a man with a golden touch at the moment, isn't he? So I think he'll be swinging off this midfield, and I think he's a great each-way bet in race 7 at Randwick.
Okay, that's Randwick, the third day of the championship. Over to Caulfield. There's no Paperboy this week, mate. We're going to rest the champ again, and he'll be back in about 2 weeks.
Well done with Paperboy.
He's a little
BM.
star,
Congratulations.
isn't he?
You made him one of your... Well, you pretty much declared
and
him.
put me money on up in the ring up there at Randwick. I'm still looking for that bookie, actually. He packed up very early after the last. I should have got him a BetDeluxe account and not worried about it.
I'll go call the lads from Italy, BM.
Thank you. So what do you got at Caulfield?
Caulfield. So my best each way bet at Caulfield is a horse called Grand Slam. So race 7, number 12. He's got a massive starting price advantage over Pondus, and I don't think Grand Slam was ready to take or to really peak at 2,000 metres at Flemington last start. I don't mind the little gap between runs. Wide barrier is not going to be too much of an issue because Jay Carr's going to press forward with this runner as well. So look, at $10, I was shocked at the double figure odds when the prices came out. So $10 a win, around about $3.10 the place. He's going to be my each way play of the day at Caulfield. And then the best of the day at Caulfield, race 6, number 5, Jump the Broom, an undefeated galloper for the Hawks stable. John McNeil takes the ride. Loved the win at Mornington last start when the Galagotis horse sort of pocketed him. You had to come round and loop round and make his run and run him down on the line, which was fantastic to see. So don't mind the drop back of 100 metres to 1,100 metres. I think he's going to be there blending in with midfield. John McNeil aboard this mare, and at $2.09 is going to be my best of the weekend, BM.
OK, I'm going to tail the Hawks team, and I really do like in race 2, number 11, Clemenceau. It's got picket fence alongside its name. 3 wins last prep. Trialled up OK. Jay McNeil, absolute star. Nice little barrier there, down on the lower numbers at Caulfield. That's for me, race 2, number 11, Clemenceau.
Yep, and I think getting around to a bend, I think is going to help his cause as well. So it looks a real progressive type of horse. So, Hawks team for us, BM. And punters pick, just to reiterate, make sure you leave your punters pick selections in the comment section on all our social media pages. My numbers again, 14, 1 and 8 in the Congo, Moonga and Forbidden Love. Each way of the weekend is race 7, number 12 at Caulfield Grand Slam, and best of the weekend, race 6, number 5, Jump the Broom, BM.
Okay, 8-14-1 for me to try and get that Dan Murphy voucher. It's a beauty. All your workers there.
Yep.
Day after day, you've got those best bets. You've got all the form comments. You never sleep, but you're doing well.
Never do, yeah. tips.betdeluxe.com.au is where you'll find all my handiwork, BM. So hopefully we can get a winner in the punter's pick on the all-age stakes, that $500 Dan Murphy's gift voucher, and hopefully we can get some winners on the punt for you.
Good on you. Good to see you, Paul.
Good luck, and all the best for the punters at BetDeluxe this weekend.
Good luck to you too. That was Inside the Barriers, brought to you by BetDeluxe. Serious betting for serious punters. Gamble responsibly.
Inside the Barriers, brought to you by BetDeluxe. Serious betting for serious punters.